Hello, you are listening to the Wellness Project with Des. I'm your host, Desiree, a mental health therapist and holistic wellness coach. On my podcast, I interview experts in the field of mental health and wellness, as well as those who share their firsthand accounts of their mental health journeys. These interviews will give you many tips, tools, and strategies to improve your mental health, as well as give you hope, support, encouragement, and inspiration on your own personal mental health and wellness journey. Thanks so much for being here. I would greatly appreciate it if you took a moment to leave me a review on iTunes and leave the podcast 5 stars on Spotify. It really helps the podcast to grow, which in turn helps me to keep bringing on amazing guests and spreading mental health and wellness education and support. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an episode. Are you ready to embark on a transformative journey towards holistic well-being, unlocking the full potential of your mind, body, and spirit? If so, I'm thrilled to invite you to my program, the Holistic Wellness Transformation Coaching Program. My one-to-one coaching program is a comprehensive and individualized approach to help you improve your overall well-being. As a holistic wellness coach, I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey to attain balance and harmony in all areas of your life. With personalized coaching sessions, I'll offer guidance and support throughout your wellness journey. Starting with a thorough holistic assessment. We'll dive into your past, habits, thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and patterns that may be holding you back and no longer serving you. This assessment forms the foundation for your customized wellness plan. Together, we'll explore the 8 foundational elements of wellness to ensure you feel balanced and aligned with your goals and your values. This program goes beyond the surface, providing you with mental and emotional support. I will help you to manage stress, anxiety, and other challenges such as perfectionism and people-pleasing, offering techniques and strategies to enhance your resilience and your skills. The benefits of this program cannot be overstated. I'll be there every step of the way to support you in achieving balance and harmony in your life, manage stress, and improve your emotional well-being. Nurture healthy connections, create lasting, healthy habits, achieve your goals, and gain confidence in your ability to transform your life. Join me on this journey to holistic wellness. You could go to my website to check out my various packages, and you could go to my Calendly link found in the show notes to schedule a free 30-minute consultation call where we will go over the 8 core areas of wellness, as well as your goals and your dream life. Reach out and let's get started on your wellness journey so you can finally live the life you want. Hey everyone, I'm your host Des, and you are listening to episode number 162. I'm here with you solo today, and today's episode is a deeply personal one for me. It's about a big life change, and I wanted to share it with you. Mark and I have decided to move across the country. If you have been a longtime follower, you know that in November of 2018, Mark and I did something similar, but before I get into that, something you need to know about me, if you haven't guessed already, is that I am somebody that has a lot of energy. I'm constantly in search of new things and new experiences. I love novelty. I love new experiences, I love trying new things, I love nature, and I love exploring the world and learning about different places and meeting new people. That's why I love traveling so much, but there is a flip side to this energy. I've really had to learn how to manage it and express it in a healthy way because when it's pent up, I get pretty depressed and hopeless, and I start to feel stuck or trapped and like the walls are closing in on me. And I start freaking out and having negative thoughts. I've really had to learn myself and learn what works for me and how to manage this insatiable energy that I have. It's been tough, and I'm still learning how to manage it. It's been a consistent pattern in my life, and I wasn't always aware of it. So a little backstory, I moved upstate New York for college, and I ended up staying after I graduated. I lived upstate for about 8 or 9 years, and though I loved it, I started feeling claustrophobic. I felt like I had seen and experienced all that I could. Mark and I had traveled to the entire Northeast, and we found ourselves visiting the same places, eating at the same restaurants, and going to the same events year after year. With my constant need for change and new experiences, I almost never ever visit the same restaurant twice or go to the same event more than once. I felt like I had outgrown the town that I loved. Because I was feeling claustrophobic, I brought up the idea to Mark to move somewhere else. We had no idea where. I really wanted to move to California, but that was really out of our price range. Still is. We knew we wanted to move somewhere with a large active city with lots to do, and we knew we wanted to be close to nature. We narrowed our search down to a few states and ultimately decided on Colorado. People always ask us why we chose Colorado, but there really was no reason. It looked pretty, and we just decided to go. People ask me all the time, and I don't really know what to say. I'm like, I don't know, I just felt like coming here. There really was no reason. We rented an apartment online and began getting rid of a ton of our stuff. I quit my job and Mark put in his resignation as well, but they actually offered him a virtual position, so he actually still works for them to this day. We rented a truck and drove 3 days from New York to Colorado with our 2 cats. Mark drove the moving truck and I followed behind in his car with Lily and Rafi. Arriving in Colorado was our first time ever being in Colorado. We drove to our apartment and went straight to sleep because we arrived so late. The next day, we woke up in a strange new place in a brand new chapter of our lives. We stepped outside and took it all in. I remember looking around and just feeling like my whole world had opened up. Though it was so hard to leave my friends, everything I knew, and the town that I loved, I felt like a part of me was free. I was so excited and scared and anxious and happy and terrified and sad. I felt all the emotions. I remember looking around and just kind of like sobbing. I woke up and looked out the window and I just started crying because I was just full of like stress and excitement and overwhelm and fear. Now here we are, 5.5 years later, and I've been living with that same feeling again. That claustrophobic dread that is all too familiar to me. I have been ready to move out of Colorado, honestly, for about 2 years now, but Mark wasn't quite ready yet. Mark got on board with the idea of leaving about a year ago. We decided it was time and we started planning. I really wanted to move abroad, but we have 3 cats now, Music, Lacey, and Rafi. Unfortunately, Lily did pass away a year ago. I'm sure a lot of you know that because I was pretty open with her passing and her health issues. So we have 3 cats now, and it's so difficult to move abroad with pets. Also, I started my private practice and coaching practice in the last year or so. And with trying to get those off the ground, it's just not the right time right now. I would have to figure out how to do them from abroad with the time change and everything. That would be really difficult. And with all the visas and work visas and freelance visas and everything while building up the 2 businesses, it was just a little complicated. So we decided to move to another state. Again, we thought about where we wanted to go and why. We had to think about what we wanted out of our next destination. Yeah, really what place like aligned with our goals. And one of our major goals being able to see a different part of the country while also being able to explore different areas that we haven't been to yet. We finally decided on Washington State because we wanted to see more of the West Coast before we move back East Coast, which is the plan eventually. Mark had been once before and I've never been. And though I am nervous to return to a rainy destination because I don't really like the rain, upstate New York was so rainy and cloudy. That's actually one of the things I love most about Colorado is the weather. It is sunny every day and it never rains. The weather is so perfect. So I am nervous to return to a rainy destination because in all honesty, I hate the rain. But Washington seems like it will check all of our boxes for now. We're actually moving next week, 4th of July weekend, because Mark has some days off of work, so we won't have to take any PTO or anything. And that will actually be my first time I see my new home, temporary home. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous and scared and sad, but I know who I am, I know how I am, and I need to honor that part of myself that keeps me moving and keeps me learning and keeps me growing. When it comes to big life changes, any kind of change, not just moving, it's important to acknowledge that having mixed feelings is entirely normal. Change, after all, is rarely easy and it's scary. You may feel overwhelmed, excited, and even apprehensive. Once the initial excitement of a big life change wears off, the reality of adapting to something new sets in. It's so important to be patient with yourself during this adjustment period, and that is exactly what it is, an adjustment period. One of the most crucial aspects, I think, of maintaining your mental health during a big life change, like moving across the country, is finding support, finding community. Whether it's joining local clubs or going to meetups or getting on Bumble BFF or seeking out online communities. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can make such a big difference. So don't be afraid to reach out for help, reach out for community and support when you need it. As challenging as a big life change can be, it's also an incredible opportunity for personal growth and self discovery. Embrace the journey of your life change with all of its ups and downs, because there will be ups and downs, it will be a roller coaster, and knowing that every experience is a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Thanks so much for joining me today as I share my big life change. I hope you enjoyed this kind of little insight into me and who I am and into what's going on in my life. And remember that no matter where life takes you, you have the strength and resilience to overcome any obstacle that comes your way, and you have the opportunity to explore parts of yourself you never knew existed. And that's kind of why I like these kind of big life changes, because I like to explore not only different places, but different parts of myself too. Because I'm moving next Thursday and it is the 4th of July, I will be taking a break from the podcast next week. I will talk to you in 2 weeks from my new temporary home, Washington State. I hope you have a great few weeks. I really hope that you liked this episode and gained a lot of value from it. If you did like this episode, please share it on social media. You can tag me at The Wellness Project with Des on Instagram and at According to Des on Facebook. If you do enjoy my podcast and gain value from it, I would greatly appreciate your support. You can show your love and support by buying me a coffee. This will help my podcast to grow and in turn will help me to keep bringing on amazing guests. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/The Wellness Project with Des to show your support. All books written by or recommended by my amazing podcast guests are listed on my Amazon storefront. Go to the link in the show notes to check out those books. I would love to extend an invite to you to become a part of my community. You can do this through Facebook, where we will be discussing this episode. I would love for you to share your insights, any aha moments, any thoughts or ideas you would like to contribute. You can contribute in the discussion taking place in my Facebook group, and it's a great place to connect with me because I am in there every day with mental health and wellness content, discussions, reflections, journal prompts. It's a fun and supportive place to be. You can find the group at facebook.com/groups/According to Des, and that link will also be in the show notes. You can also check out more of what I'm doing on my website, accordingtodes.com. You'll find a lot of wellness blogs, written interviews, detailed podcast show notes, and my shop, where you will be able to find workshops, my self-care course, digital downloads, ebooks. There's a lot going on my website, so make sure you check that out at accordingtodes.com. And while you're there, join my email list to stay in the know about what I have going on and available for you. When you sign up, you will get your free ebook, The 5 Stress Reduction Techniques to help you feel more relaxed. Thank you so much for being here. I will talk to you next week. So until then, I hope you have a calm and peaceful week.